Hello guys, so today actually we are going to be looking at economics. This is actually global economics for all international students. So no matter your country where you are, you can learn economics with us and benefit mightily. So today actually we are going to start with our economic classes. So we are going to cover all the syllables of economics. Every day we are going to have this class. So if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe to our channel because we come every day with these classes. You can also go through our channel to find other classes of economics. So we are going to start right away without wasting of time. So we're going to be looking at economics, meaning of economics. Today we'll look at meaning of economics. We're going to look at scarcity. We're going to look at choice, and we're going to look at opportunity cost. So that is what we're going to do today. So right now, what is economics? Economics is a science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means, or as a relationship between unlimited ends and limited means. So that is economics. So we say economics is a science that studies human behavior. Okay. So actually, economics also is part of science. But this part of science that I'm talking about is that it studies the human behavior, right? Other than the science that we know, for example, chemistry that studies microbes and bacteria and all the like, or biology and all the like. But this actually is economics, and with economics, it's only how to deal with human behavior when it comes to the purchases of the order of goods and services. So unlimited ends and unlimited means. Now we are going to look at scarcity. What is scarcity? Scarcity arises because of our desires for goods and services are greater than what can be produced with available resources. So we desire goods, we desire services, but they are limited. They are limited because the resources that are available are very small. For example, we have goods, maybe a good like cocoa, which is used to make chocolate. Maybe that good is scarce. You see that there will be scarcity of chocolate. Or we have services like, for example, like teaching. You see that the services, we have limited teachers. The services of teaching is going to be limited. So that is actually what is scarcity. So it says scarcity arises because our desires for goods and services are greater than what can be produced with available resources. These fundamental imbalances forces us to make choices. For example, a person might have limited money, a scarce resource, and must choose between buying a book or a movie ticket. So you have limited resource, you have limited money, you are scarce, so you have to choose between buying a book or a movie ticket. So you will not go ahead and be buying everything, no, because your resources are limited. You have to choose between any of those. So that is actually what is scarcity. So we have seen economics. We say economics is a social science that study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means that have limited resources. Now, what is choice? Choice is the act of selecting one alternative over another when faced with scarcity. So now, choice and scarcity are interrelated in the sense that because we have scarcity, now you now have to make a choice. You understand? You have scarcity, your resources are limited, your money is small. You now have to make a choice. Either you are going to buy a bottle of juice or a bottle of Coke, or you are going to buy a book. So that is why he explained here that choice is an act of selecting one alternative over another when faced with scarcity. Okay? In the example above, the individual chooses between the book and the movie ticket. So have you seen it? So that is choice. So choice is the act of selecting one alternative over another when faced with scarcity. So when there is scarcity, you have no choice but to choose between one, either a book or a ticket. So that is choice. Now, we what is opportunity cost? What is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the value of the best alternative that is given up when making a choice. Now you see that these three things in economics are actually interconnected, right? Scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost are actually connected. Now we say that opportunity cost is the value of the best alternative. So you are actually choosing the best among the alternative that you have. You are choosing the best. For example, you want to eat plantain, you want to drink a bottle of Coke. You have to choose between the two. If you choose plantain, it means that that is the best alternative. So opportunity cost is the value of that best alternative that is given up when making a choice. In the example, the opportunity cost of choosing the book is the enjoyment or experience of seeing the movie. If the individual choose the movie ticket, the opportunity cost will be the knowledge or pleasure derived from reading the book. Every decision involves an opportunity cost because resources are limited. So every decision that you make will actually determine the opportunity cost. Okay, so you have an opportunity that was given to you, but you did not choose it, so it had to cost you something. So that's when they talk about opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is the value of the alternative that is given up. So the value of that thing that you have given up is actually the opportunity cost. Is an opportunity, is costly, you have given it up. That is what it's all about. Now it says every decision involves an opportunity cost because resources are limited, and choosing one option means not being able to use resources for something else. So that is it about scarcity. That is it about choice. That is it about opportunity cost. Now let's look at the meaning of economics. We have defined economics as a social science that study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means with alternative uses. So you can see that all these things are actually in the definition. Now we are going to look at scarce, we are going to look at ends, we are going to look at scarce means, we are going to look at alternative uses. Now what are ends? Ends ends mean human needs or wants. So ends are actually human needs or wants. So if you are being asked in an exam that what are ends, you have to understand the ends are actually human needs and wants. Now what are scarce means? Scarce means it mean limited resources. What are alternative uses? Mean more than one use to which a resource can be put, and imply that resource can be used only for one purpose at a time. So alternative uses actually mean that a resource can be used at one purpose at a time. So you can't use it to do multiple purposes. Okay, so that is it about end scarce means and alternative uses. Now we are going to be looking at reason for studying economics. Reason for studying economics. So why do we study economics? Why do we study economics? We are going to look at the reason, and I know that it's going to help every one of us. So what are the reasons for studying economics? Number one, economics is everywhere. Economics is everywhere. So economics is everywhere. Economics is a part of everyday life, and it's also the gateway to the future. So the reason we study economics is because one, it is everywhere, it is part of our life, and it's also the gateway to the future. Now, economics boasts your career prospects. Boasts your career prospects. Economics is the backbone of any sector, and you can apply your knowledge across various rules. So, the second reason we study economics is because it boasts your career prospects. Now, the third reason that we study economics effectively, it helps you to effectively communicate economic ideas. So learning economic theory is one thing, but developing the tools to make business decisions is another. The fourth reason we study economics is international perspective. Gain an international perspective. Economics work in tandem with each other. Okay, so the fifth reason is transferable skills. Getting transferable skills is one of the main reasons to study economics. So if you need a transferable skills, you need to study economics. Okay. Now, number six reason why we study economics: impact society. So economics have a greater impact on the society. For example, impact society. One of the most rewarding benefits of studying economics is opportunity to make a real world impact in your career. The seven reasons we study economics is that economics is making an efficient, it makes you be an efficient thinker. It makes you be an efficient thinker. As I highlighted earlier, economics is a course that would strengthen and stretch your analytic thinking, making you thoughtful in your reasoning. So those are the seven reasons why we study economics. Now, in summary, what we have seen today, we have seen economics as a social science. We have defined choice, scarcity, opportunity cost. We have defined ends, scarce means, and we have looked at reason to study economics. Now we say that economics is a social science focusing on producing, okay, economics as a social science, okay? Economic as a social science focusing on producing, distributing, and consuming goods and services. The study of economics is primarily concerned with analyzing the choices that individuals, businesses, governments, and nations make to allocate limited resources. So this is it about our classes for today, economics class for today. So tomorrow we are going to be looking at the differences between macro and microeconomics. Please subscribe to my channel so that when I when we come for the next class, you'll be able to be informed when it's ready. So you can study economics from any country in the world, write any exam with our classes. We also give revisions, exam revisions where you can actually get acquainted with the exams and write your exams and pass successfully. So thank you guys for watching this video. You can share it with other students. Okay.